All right, I want to speak about this whole little Royaltie Asirvia breakup situation. Big circus, media circus is going on right now. First and foremost, every leader's already hit the boards and gave their opinion, and they how they feel about the situation. So I'm gonna say this. You know what I mean? I'm gonna speak. And at first, I've already put two videos up, and when the first two videos went up, I was speaking from the information that was told to me from this side. Okay, then you hear this side of the story, and it always comes down to the same thing, which is basically there's this person's story, and then the truth. So at the end of the day, this thing is so complex. We don't know what it is, but I do know this though. We're going to look very foolish, when we start talking, like we know the inner workings that was happening on the inside. We don't know what was happening on the inside. All we know is what's being told to us. So anybody from Asirvia with Asirvia reps telling them what happened, and then you go out and spit it out as fact, looks foolish. And anybody from a royalty that gets told information from royalty side, and then you go out and spit it as fact, is foolish. Now you can say what's been told to you, just like I said what was told to me. This is how it was presented. This is what they said it was. Make your own assumptions. Now, at that point, I feel that once you get all of the facts and a person actually lets you know exactly how everything transpired, then we use our own intelligence. Okay, and then we do our own due diligence, and then we come up with our own conclusions, and that still doesn't make it fact. But at least you get a more educated situation. You're not just like one of these minions that's just following your leader, following the cult. So if you started here, you need to end there. No, no. You do what was right for you, and you do what's right by the situation. So now with that being said, let's break down a couple of things that gave me the conclusion that, royalty's right. Now it doesn't mean that lay down the line something can come out and they can counteract this with my beliefs and be like, oh, you know what, royalty was wrong. But couple of different things that transpired that makes me feel some type of way. So let me tell you what transpired. Okay, days before the whole breakup happened, Justin, which is the owner of Royalty, actually reached out to me. Okay, he actually reached out to me and he said, this is what's about to transpire. Possibly it might not happen. Okay, but in the event that it does happen, I'm giving you a heads up. The only way it's not going to happen, which is basically him shutting the lights off on Asirvia, he said the only way it's not going to happen is if they pay their bill. He said it's been 3 times that they've been late, or that they didn't pay, or they was late, or there was issues, and this is the final time. Okay, this is what it was told to me. He said, but it probably will not happen. The next day I came, and it happened. And he said, go on, in 20 minutes, I'm shutting it off. I said, okay. He said, just don't do nothing until then. So I sat on my hands and I didn't do anything. Fast forward to 5 o'clock that day, they sent out a cease and desist. I guess that was at 4 o'clock from their lawyer or whatever the case may be. Now let's break some things down real fast, okay? For people that don't know how lawyers work in business and things like that. I'm not a lawyer, okay? But I do know this. It doesn't take time to draft up a cease and desist letter or draft up a letter because, again, you need someone to cease and desist. So sometimes it needs to be done quickly. And it does not take months, weeks, or hours. You can get it done, okay? So if you knew prior, days before, and I can guarantee that they at least knew that they even told you that. They said that they was going back and forth with Justin for over a week. Listen to their own words in their life. So they said they was going back and forth with the owner for weeks. So by them going back and forth, that lets you know that they already knew this was coming, okay? And when they knew this was coming, they could prepare for it. So they could have easily had that letter ready to go, you know what I mean? Let their lawyer send it right after Justin set off their lights, or the same day they know he was going to do that. And then that way they can save face and they can show people. I'm not saying that's a fact, but it does make sense. Okay, now let's do something else that makes sense. They're saying that royalties in breach of contract. Okay, again, I'm not going to get into a bunch of business jargon, but I'm going to get into a little bit of common sense. Okay, and just business that I do know. Now, one thing we do know is that if you're in contract with somebody, okay, and they're providing you a service that you don't provide for yourself, and you didn't even know about the service until they came about, and then you sign a contract with them, you also sign a non-compete clause, okay, which they did, okay, by what a royalty says. Okay, so again, I'm not going to say what is and ain't, like I know for a fact, by what royalty says. But this can easily be proven in court if it is or isn't. But if that's the case, do you know that they just admittedly shot themselves in the foot because they went on live and admittedly said, hey, we've been building this months ago. Months ago. Okay, we've already been creating this when it doesn't matter why. You started creating a platform that competes with the company that provides you the same type of service. Do you know how that's $1 million lawsuit? And you don't have to be no rock. Go look that up and see if that's not $1 million lawsuit. So if you want to talk about breach of contract, that's breach. And if they start using the excuse, oh, it's because we was having problems with the gyms and all that, still, you admitted that you was doing this months, even before that. Then let's take it one step further. I use common sense. Let's just use a little common sense and not just jump on people's bandwagons and all that. Okay? Things that just don't add up to you. So tell me if this adds up to you. A company owes another company just $40,000. Okay, you have over like $300,000 worth of beacons out there. Admittedly, by them, they said they got 20,000 beacons out there. It's about $300,000 worth of beacons, right? You know, give or take, whatever it is, more than 40K. You know what I mean, worth of beacons. So you tell me from a business standpoint, which is smarter. Again, let's just be, if this is not the truth, if Justin's version is, look, man, you guys owed me the money, you haven't been paid 3 times, and I got sick of it. Their version is, we don't feel we owed you no money, so we wasn't going to pay you. And then we end up doing our own thing. Okay, that's fine. But this, from a business standpoint, do you quit your job before you actually get paid? Even if you hate your boss and you know that I'm quitting this job. But do you quit your job before you actually get paid? Do you make sure you're at least in the best position, or do you just quit and just gun-ho and you got your rent due in a week and all that, you don't care? So what I mean by that is, and where I'm going with this is, they shut it down. They shut it down, and they want to pay the 40K, but now you got stuck with a $3,000 debt. Like, you got all these people now that don't have a device, so you're not getting paid from them. You have all these people that you got to replace the device that you said out of your own mouth is going to take several weeks, okay, to replace 20,000 beacons, So that means you're not going to get paid right away. Plus, you said you ain't going to charge them for a month. So that means you're losing money. You're losing a way more than 40K. So from a business standpoint, wouldn't it have been smarter to say, okay, you know what? I'm about to leave Royaltie. I'm not feeling what they're doing, but I'm not stupid enough to mess up my money, my income. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my platform on the side like they were doing. You know what I mean? I'm going to make a move to break like they were doing, but before I do that, I'm going to make sure that I'm not stuck with a debt. I'm going to make sure that we're ready to launch. I'm going to wait till after our event. You really think they would have put all this burden on them before an event that's coming up in a week or two? Come on, man, use a little bit of common sense on this situation. So if that's the case, I'm just using common sense. If all I owe is 40K, but I make 300K or whatever they make, but I know it's over 40K, I'm going to say, you know what? Even though I'm going to leave Royaltie, I'm going to pay the little 40K this month. But come next month, we're out of here. We're done. We're done with Royaltie and we're gone. What I'm not going to do is say, I'm not paying that 40K, save 40K, but lose 300K worth of clients and people and all this and have turmoil going on and have to pick up the pieces a week or two before my event launch. Does that even make sense to you guys? That would raise the red flag to me. That's what made me say something's fishy and something is just not adding up here. So now they show you a platform that they even admittedly said themselves that they've only been really working on for like a week. They've been had the idea and they've had the things in instruction. I'm going by what they said, you know what I mean? But really, they really went gun-ho like last week. And it looks like that because it looks just like every other platform that you see. And if you don't know about them, maybe you guys just aren't aware and don't know what's going on. But I'll show you some platform. Matter of fact, you can go on my page right now where I was exposing all the other cookie color platforms that popped up, and they're already out there. So there's people out there now saying, "Oh no, but this is innovative. This is ahead of the pack." You know what? This is the one thing I will praise Royaltie with. This guy's not stupid. He started this, so he sees everything that's going on. The one thing I'll give him credit for is from what he said again. What did he say? He was already building his platform, and then he halted it. And some people probably say, that was stupid. But it was actually smart because there's a bunch of platforms popping up now and they all look the same. They all got the same features, give or take. They pretty much do the same thing. So guess what they're going to be doing? They're all going to be competing in the same space. It's going to get saturated. Some people's going to charge this. Some people's going to charge that. And they're all going to get saturated. So instead of just going that same route and we all competing just like, well, we did it first. No, he evolved. And he took it to another step. And we already said what this app would do. People keep on saying, oh, it's just an ego app. No, it's been out. You need to step. You need to get with the times. And it's easier to say that than actually listen. Listen. He already explained that we just acquired the database. But what it's going to do is going to be so much more. And I'd rather be able to change my messages on my phone than on the desktop because this is the future. And that's where we're at right now. You know what I mean? So anything that we can do on our phone is going to be light years ahead of anything we're doing on a desktop. Not to mention full analytics, retargeting. Knowing who actually clicked on your ad, not just saying, "Oh, I have a click," but knowing that was a woman by the age of such and such from New York City that clicked on your ad. You see what I'm saying? And then being able to retarget that person, being able to have your landing, being able to change your beacons right on through the app. But not only that, having it connected to a landing page. And this came out of the owner's mouth. This is what he said, but still people aren't listening. And all they're saying is, "Oh, it's just a digital card. We've been had that." Oh my God, still not listening. See, people hear what they want to hear. You gotta get out of this gang mentality where you think you just gotta follow your leader. It's not about that. This is your business. Run your business. Do what's best for you. And I made this rant because I said we all playing ourselves. Because even me, when I first made the first 2 videos, before I get all the facts from everybody, we don't know what the true story is. You know what I mean? We got Royaltie's version, we got Asirvia's version, and of course, I'm riding with Royaltie because I'm in Royaltie, and they're riding with Asirvia because they're in Asirvia. They got stuff invested, and that's fine. But what's not fine is when we start going to social media, we start making videos like it's fact, and we start like, yeah, we know. And even me, like I said, I'm admittedly saying that I did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't right because I didn't get, like I said, your story is your story, and it's the real story. And both of them have some truth to it, it sounds like. Like, I can understand their side when it was probably problems and things. They didn't feel like they need to pay for that. They feel like, they was in a, why should we be audited? I mean, look, I get it. Some of that stuff made perfect sense to me. But then the stuff that Royaltie's saying makes sense to me too. Like, why would you lose 40K? I mean, not pay 40K to lose like 300K. You know what I mean? Even if it was 100K, you know what I mean? I'm going to pay that little $40,000, you know what I mean? No, I'm saying, I'm tired, like they call it the bully. I'm tired of this bully on my neck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself in a position that is bullying on my neck no more. So yeah, you got me this month, but that little $40,000 is going to save me $300,000 in the long run. So now I'm going to be building on the back end, okay, like they were doing anyways. But the only difference is you don't play yourself, just pull the rug from under yourself all at once. And now you have all your clients like that. Yeah, right now they're happy. Yeah, it's fine. And we're doing our own thing. Yeah, okay. But you still got to wait weeks. You know what I'm saying? Everything's shut down for right now. Like they said, out of their own mouth. It's going to take weeks to fix this situation. So instead of having people, and then that's just the media affiliates. What about people that might have sold their stuff to like clients and sold their devices to business owners? Them business owners don't care about this drama and be on social media and worry about platforms. Some of them don't even probably want a platform. You know what I mean? They're looking at it. I just want my devices to work like you said they were going to work. So you don't think that's going to hurt your money? Think you got 20,000 customers out there, 20,000 beacons, and 9,000 affiliates. You don't think that this is going to have some type of backlash? You think you got 200 people on a webinar? That's a lot. I get 200 people on a webinar just on the daily. That's nothing. The last post I put up got like 900 views on it, and that's on my personal page, not even in the group. So that's nothing. Who cares about that? You know what I'm saying? Do you think business owners care about how many views you got, and that's how they're going to base your business? Oh yeah, that's a legit business because they got a whole bunch of views today on the webinar. Man, that's just all the hype that's going on right now, man. People love to see drama, and everyone's going to be tuning in right now. This is going to be a circus, so everyone's going to be tuning in. But at the end of the day, it's a circus, man. It's nonsense, and we're going to play ourselves. We start picking sides and all that, and acting like that and start taking this personal, like it's our business, like we're going to be the ones in court pointing and talking and bringing litigation and bringing paperwork, and we don't know nothing. All we don't know what agreement these people had, and thinking just because you got some letter from a lawyer that was drafted at 4 o'clock or whatever the case may be, or sent at 4 o'clock, and knowing that this was already in the works for weeks is ridiculous, and we sound ridiculous even promoting that nonsense. Oh yeah, look, this is proof. Look, on both sides, both of them actually obviously was having some disagreements, obviously wasn't seeing eye to eye, so this was already in the makings. Why would you be building a platform if you didn't have intentions on leaving? Even that, you showed your shady hand right there. You showed that you gonna call royalty shade, but you already showed that you had intentions on leaving and then leaving with a competing product. Now, anybody with some common sense knows that that is an instant lawsuit. You cannot do that. I don't care what you say. There's no way you can do that. You can say, well, it's because the device wasn't working like they promised, so we was at that point. No. You can't make competing products, you know what I mean, when that company's already supplying you with that product. That's business 101. If you think I'm lying, go look it up. All you Googlers, go Google that. Anyways, ran over. All I'm saying is, let's not jump into this. Let's not lose focus. Let's not start picking sides. It turns into a game. We're not the Crips and Bloods. You know what I'm saying? Let's stay focused. Focus on your business. You still in Asirvia, rock with Asirvia. More hats to you, more power to you. I hope everything works out great. You're in Royaltie, rock with Royaltie. You know what I mean? Keep going. Let's keep on escalating. Keep climbing. Keep rolling around with tunnel vision. You know what I mean? And get your money. That's where we're at right now. You know what I mean? But we shouldn't be at. It always divide and conquer, and we going against each other. And if everything comes crumbling, guess what? Nobody's coming to pick up the pieces for you and your business, not Royaltie or Asirvia. Neither one's going to come and say, hey, man, you know what? Sorry how things played out with your business. You know, I know you was collateral damage because what we was going through and our little differences, so let me come over here and help you. That's not what's going to happen. Now, I get it right now. People thinking like, look, man, I got money invested in both companies. It don't matter whether you're from a Royaltie or the Asirvia, you're feeding your family with this business. So, of course, you're going to ride it out with them. Of course, you got some 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 6,000 affiliate people up on you. Of course, you're going to ride it out. I don't care about what comp plans bet on that nonsense. You know, it ain't about that. It's about what's comfortable for you. You comfortable where you at, then that's where it's at. It don't matter if it's 2 levels deep, 12 levels deep, 100 levels deep. If you're comfortable where you're at and you're comfortable with the type of income you're at, then who am I to tell you that you're stupid or you need to jump ship or you need to be over here or why would you go this many levels deep? You're comfortable right there. Maybe you wouldn't prosper the same way in a 12-level deep program the way you did with the 2 levels. Maybe the type of people that you put in the business wouldn't have followed you over there. You know what I mean? We all different people. We all got different followings. We all got different things to bring to the table. So just because something works for this man or woman don't mean it's going to work for you the same way. We all got to run our game the way we want to run our game. Does the quarterback always fall back the same way? And does the running back always run the same way in the same place and the same line? No, we all have our own moves. We have our own jukes. We have our own style, the way we do things. And this is no different. But the minute that we get into this cult-like situation where we all just following them and acting like we can't think on our own, we look foolish. We look foolish. And that's why I ain't, like I said, the videos I made was a direct reflect of what was told to me, you know, but then at the same time, even that was premature because I should have waited till I got both sides and then just made an educated decision from what I'm seeing. But even from what I'm seeing and hearing, common sense tells me more that a company, and then a company, you say Royaltie owes them 100 grand, but Royaltie is supplying you plus and running their own company at the same time. It just doesn't add up to me. Royaltie has more than enough money. Royaltie's doing competitions every month, giving away extra money. Royaltie's matching people's money to put in for the hurricane relief. Like, just are those the actions of a broke company? They acquired other companies. They acquired a app company. You know what I mean? They're steadily upgrading to like that. Whereas they're not the middleman. So why would they be the ones that's broke in the situation or can't pay their bill? And then when you reverse that situation, does it sound more common sense to me that a person would rather save $40,000, but then lose like 100 to 300,000? Does that make sense to me? Oh yeah, but we free now. We free. You still would have been free. You would have just been free without owning anything. You would have been free without, you know, having to explain to your customers why their devices ain't going to be working for several weeks. You would have been free without having to not be able to bill customers for a month. You think that's not a big deal? I can't bill 9,000 of my affiliates, and I'm just going to eat that, and I'm going to go in my own pockets and then pay you $20,000 worth of, 20,000 beacons worth of customers? That's a smarter bit. Come on, man, just use a little common sense. Does that sound smarter to you? Honestly. And if your ego's so up there, like, nah, but I get to be my own person, and that's foolish, because that's not business. That's not business. Business would say, okay, I'm going to strategically, it's like a corporate takeover, I'm going to strategically leave this company after I'm in position of power. You don't do it in a position of weakness. You don't do it when you're not in a position of power. Just showing a platform that's still in beta does not show your position of power. Now, if you can launch that platform right now, powerful. You can launch that platform tomorrow, powerful. You can launch that platform before Royaltie launches their app, still powerful. But you're talking about several weeks out after conventions, after this. If that's the case, you're gonna start losing momentum, period. I don't care. It just is what it is. Now, people need to pay their bills, people need to pay their rent, and a sob story is only a sob story once too much time passed. And that's the long and short of it. You're gonna have people that say, look, man, I'm sorry, it's a bad, sad story, but I need to pay my rent. And those people are going to jump ship, but they're going to move on to something else. That's a fact. You know what I mean? So everybody can, hey, we all in, we are family. No, that right now. Everybody can do that right now. Let some time pass. Let's see where everybody's going to be. It's going to be a circus out there. I can tell you exactly where this is going to end up. You're going to have this whole community split, divided, all over the place. People taking sides. People making their stupid blogs and groups. People talking mess about each company. This side's going against that side. Some people's going to say, I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm done with Royaltie and I'm done with Asirvia. I'm just going to do my own thing. And those people are going to go make their own platforms. You're going to have all these little platform developers capitalizing off and looking like the greedy Grinch. Like, and you're going to see, and they're going to be in the middle of these two companies. Niggas going to be, reaching out to, strategic people, people they think they have some influence and people that can afford their little platforms and stuff. And they're like, hey, see what happened with Asirvia and Royaltie right now? Don't ever be in that position again. buy our platform. And people say, yeah, you're right. So you're going to get that. And then you're going to get the people that say, hey, man, don't even worry about none of that. Just go home and just program yourself and just be fine. You know, you're going to get that person. And then you'll get the people that stay at Royaltie and rob it, and you get the people that stay at Asirvia. And that's pretty much what's going to happen with this whole situation. So that's my take on it. Let's not be foolish. Let's not be collateral damage for two companies that's obviously at each other's heads. Let's keep our eyes on the prize and stay focused, and let's get our money.